This is a story about four young girls who came to Tennessee to find a whole new world. But looking young and pretty just ain't enough, 'cause in Nashville town you gotta be tough. There's people everywhere who can play and sing, and everyone wants to do their own thing. Just wanting to be a star of your own show doesn't mean that your dreams will ever be so. You gotta stick it out when the times are bad, 'cause if you give up, you never know what you could have had. It's me and the girls gonna take the best shot, and for sure we'll be discovered when we show you what we got.
So in this next segment, you're going to see me talking to Lindsay, explaining to her about the accident that I had on the Duck River here in Tennessee a couple of years ago, where I almost lost my life. It's the first day that I'd ever met her, and I shared my story.
You know, I don't think if I even told you that you would even believe me. All the things that I've been through.
Are you serious? I feel like I've had just like such a regular life. I need to hear about yours. Everything's just average, you know?
You know, I don't know. It's just been crazy. A couple of years ago, really the biggest thing was a couple of years ago, I was in an accident on the Duck River. And
Where's the Duck River?
It's in Columbia, Tennessee.
Okay.
And I was canoeing with some friends of mine.
Just like when you just go out like for a regular canoe, like on Sunday.
We were camping and we thought, hey, let's get a canoe. This will be fun. So we took it out. Gorgeous day. We're cruising along. And then all of a sudden, like, huge black clouds just come swooping in. And we're like, oh, this can't be good. So we beached our canoe in between these two cliffs to try to protect us from the rain and everything. Because that's your first natural instinct is let's get out of the element here.
Yeah.
But when we beached our canoe, lightning struck a tree in half on the cliff above us, and it crashed down the cliff and crushed me underneath it. Yeah, and it was a really bad accident. There's so many elements to the story, but I laid there for an hour and a half with my head split open, bleeding from
Oh my God.
lots of different areas. And I was pretty much crushed from the waist up. I had 2 broken shoulder blades, 2 broken arms, elbow injury. My head, of course, was the severe injury. But my friends ran barefoot down a gravel road in their swimsuits because we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, oh my gosh, nobody can get to you.
Yeah, and so they took off running as soon as it happened and ran 3 miles, finally found a little farmhouse, took a brick, knocked out the window, called 911. They couldn't tell 911 where we were because they had no clue. They were like, we're on the Duck River, we don't know where we are, we're about a mile into it. And so it was an hour and a half before they found me.
What did they do? Did you think this is it? Like this is...
Well, yeah, I mean, I did, because when I first woke up, like, of course, the tree knocked me out, and it landed across me again and pinned me in the water, but when I first woke up, I was like, what's going on? Why is everybody standing around me? You know, I could see everything, I could hear everything, and I was thinking, what's going down here? And they told me, they said, Allie, you know, a tree has hit you, but, you know, it's going to be okay, it's going to be all right, you're going to be fine. And I could tell by the way they were saying it, the panic in their voices, I could tell it wasn't fine.
Yeah.
So I started, you know, trying to figure out what's going on. I wiggled my toes, I could move my toes, I could move my legs, but I couldn't feel anything from the waist up. And so, you know, I hate to say it, but my first thought was, oh God, I won't be able to play guitar.
Yeah.
This is it.
Well, that's your life.
Yeah, you know, what you worked so hard for is just stripped from me in like 2 seconds. And so I was scared, and I started feeling the pain, and I started shaking because I got hypothermia from laying in the water. It was super cold. It's like in September, I think.
You got hypothermia?
But that's what saved my life. That is what kept me from bleeding to death, because if you ever like barely nick your head, it bleeds very heavily because there's so many little blood vessels and things in your head. It's pretty bad. If you get a head injury, you need to get it taken care of immediately because you just bleed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what was going on. I mean, my friends were literally holding the inside of my head together with their hands.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just an absolute miracle how I survived it all. I mean, it truly is. I mean, I have always been strong in my faith, but that was definitely a moment in my life where it got stronger. Because I just knew somebody was there with me that day. There's no way I could have walked out of
Gives me
there
goosebumps.
without it.
There's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, I would pass out and I would wake back up and pass out and wake up. And each time that I woke up, I could hear a little less. I could see a little less. It was as if I was literally feeling myself
Fade.
slip away. And it was so strange. And so I know that the last time, you know, of course, as the process is moving along, I'm thinking, well, Lord, please, you know, I'm not ready, but I promise you I'm making bargains with him.
Yeah.
I promise you if you let me live, I'll be ready the next time I meet you.
Oh
And then I remember the last time I woke up, I couldn't see anything anymore.
God,
And
that's like making me.
couldn't really hear anything. And so I knew it was this weird moment, because it was, up until then I had been very panicked, very scared. And it's like at that moment, everything was very peaceful. And it was just, I can't explain it. I don't think I ever could, but it's just very peaceful. And I knew if I closed my eyes, that was going to be it. And the last thing that I thought before then was, I hope my family knows how much I love them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a little sensitive to talk about.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's strange that you hear your whole life, you know, faith, hope, love, the greatest of these is love.
Yeah.
Love everybody, you
Yeah.
know. And it's just strange how in the end that really is the only thing that matters. Your talent didn't matter, how much money you had didn't matter, but the love.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even say anything for that story. I really. That is.
Yeah. So the ambulance finally got to me. So this is kind of a funny ending. I'll end with a laugh here because I'm kind of bringing down the mood.
No, I know, but I mean it's.
But as I was thinking that in my head, I could feel my eyes closing, and I'm thinking, all right, this is it. And I saw this like red muffly light. And I thought, wait a minute, that's supposed to be a white light. You're like, what's going on? This is not good. But it was the ambulance. It was the ambulance lights, and they came down and put me on the stretcher and got me up out of the water, and the life flight landed in the middle of the cow field, and they life flighted me to Vanderbilt.
Well, thank you so much for meeting me here at Utopia. It really means a lot to me. I really respect you a lot. I read your poems. I think they're great. I just am, you know, I do poetry myself a little bit. I try. I'm just really kind of trying to find my own way and figure out my own
voice.
Yeah, very much so.
Exactly. And everybody's such an individual, and finding their own voice as a writer is absolutely imperative.
Mm-hmm.
And we have ways of doing that.
Great. So I understand that you've been nominated for Pulitzer Prize, I'm told. I think that's fantastic. How did that feel?
Well, you know, everybody really focuses on that. When I got word, I was editor, you know, of a major literary journal, and I was receiving about 10,000 submissions a year with anywhere from 5 to 10 poems per submission, plus my own work. And I really enjoyed being nominated for about 10 minutes, and then I simply had to get back to work. That was it.
How was it when you were trying to get published? But I know it's really difficult to, you know...
Getting published is very difficult. It's and I don't want to make light of that in any way, because rejection is hard, and anybody who gets a rejection thinks that it's their work. And indeed, as an editor, I can tell you it is not necessarily always their work. And you have to learn to think objectively and not take it personally. William Stafford, who's one of the great writers of the 20th century, has a poem that has been published in every anthology where William Stafford's name is mentioned. And it's called Traveling Through the Dark. And Bill was a good friend of mine. And one morning over coffee, Bill told me that he was already a well-established writer when he wrote Traveling Through the Dark. He submitted it 37 times before he found a home for it.
Huh.
So the first thing that you have to know in publishing is that you have to make a game out of it. It's a business. And you have to get a book, you have to put in the name of your poem, who you're sending it to, the date it goes in, the date it comes back, and who you're going to send it to next.
Mm-hmm.
So you just send them a clean copy.
That's all such great information. I really do appreciate it. Could you by chance read me one of your poems?
Oh, sure. How about something brand new?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Since it was Thanksgiving time, I have titled this while setting the table. Daydreams are a form of reality, someone told me once. A separate dimension where fiction and fact blend like eggs and sugar beaten into a sunny concoction, grainy in substance with sticky qualities. Maybe it was my daughter as she whipped heavy cream by hand or rolled a lemon pepper pasta she handcrafted and cut into wide strips, then served so happily with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. I breathe in this scene, call family to the table where we all sit gladly, waiting for the door from her kitchen to open, and wearing my red checkered apron, she will appear offering her latest creation. I won't tell anyone this is only a dream. I don't even want to think about the accident. From her kitchen, some sweet melody I can't recognize will float around the dining room, so different from the rhythmic beat, beat, beat of one lone drummer as we entered a garden where we gathered to scatter her ashes among vibrant roses.
That's great. I love that.
Thank you.
Would you mind if I shared one of mine with you?
Oh, I would love to hear one of your poems.
All right. Well, this one's called Panic Attack. Short breaths, dark circles, feel his breath on mine. Hands clenched, tunnel vision, can't seem to make the climb. I won't stand up, you'll knock me down. I just can't get it right. Sharp pain, piercing scream. Don't let me go, hold tight. Who cares if I need attention? Is it bad if I want a hug? If for just one night I can pretend I'm loved, I'll take it. It can be enough.
That's a wonderful description of panic attacks. I've had one, so I know.
Uh-huh.
One of the things that you've done so well in that is you've put in a lot of details, because poetry is all about the details. And the more details that you give a reader, the more they have the ability to join you in that moment in the poem. So important. And wonderful details about the breathing in there. You can almost feel the truncated breath. Really nice.
Thank you.
Hey y'all, I'm down here on Music Row at the Right Brain Studio recording my next single, and I think you're gonna like it. It's called Good Luck With That. And so actually, I'm running into my bud here. This is Bob Paxman from Country Weekly magazine. He's also a good friend of mine, and Bob's actually celebrating 15 years. The anniversary of Country Weekly is celebrating its 15th year anniversary next week.
Yes, we are.
So
yes.
that's exciting.
That is exciting, I know. We are, and you know, This is our latest issue.
Oh, neat. Oh, wow. Latest issue?
It is with Carrie Underwood.
And it's the only
as you know,
magazine that's in Canada and the United States that goes nationwide for country music.
Yep, absolutely, nationwide in stores. And yes, so I know you pick yours up regularly. Every
Absolutely.
week.
And there's a big party next week that we all will be attending, so I can't wait for the red carpet anniversary of the 15 years. So.
Absolutely.
But pick up your latest issue of Country Weekly. Little plug for you there. But well, it's so good seeing
glad I ran into you.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna get back to work. I got a lot of vocals.
Sure.
They got somebody coming in, but anyway,
right.
it's good seeing you.
You too.
All
Great
right.
to see you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So anyway, we're going to record the next song called Good Luck With That, and I'm going to introduce you to some folks, my team that I work with, my producer and writer Anthony Smith, and also my engineer Dave Brainerd, and my background singer and good friend Bryn Marie. So they're in there getting warmed up, waiting for me because I'm always running, and you guys can follow us in and see kind of what the process is. It's a lot harder than what it looks like, so I'll give you a glimpse on what it really is. So come on inside. Okay, so I'm at Right Brain Studios. This is Dave. He has the best ears on all of Music Row and in Nashville. Love Dave. So he basically says, hey, that's on tune or off pitch, or that sounds good or not so good. So yeah, but he's a singer himself and he's really great, and I love working with Dave. So, and we love your studio here at Right Brain. So any pointers for today?
Don't suck.
That'd
be great.
Don't suck. Just don't suck. This is my background singer and really good friend, Bryn Marie. She's also an artist herself. She has great music. BrynMarie.com. Quick plug. But she's a good friend. She sings great. Killer. She's gonna take Jennifer Nettles' spot. Oops, I didn't say that. This is songwriter and producer. This is Anthony Smith, and so he's kind of like, the man with the plan. So a lot of my music comes from his wonderful, wonderful writing, and so I'm so blessed to be working with him, and we've had a really have a long day today. So, but he's the one who cracks the whip. And see, they're all running because they know they're all hiding.
Let's get after it, Dave. Let's crack the whip. Get her in the vocal booth.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So you know anything?
Feel like singing?
Okay. Do you want me to?
Yeah. What do you think?
You put me to work, huh? Already?
put her to work.
Already? Hey, they're not even gonna. No input. Right to work. All right. Come on inside. It's kind of scary. More looks like a little bit of a dungeon here.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
Girl for you is gonna be someone who'll do what you say when you want her to. And any night you feel like kicking up your heels, she'll bring you dinner and a luck with that.